My name is Judge, and welcome to YouTube exclusive run number 9. I know what you're thinking. I already know what you're thinking. Judge, that's the same shirt you were wearing in last week's video. Okay, you got me. I'm recording on the same day. Get off my back. Alright, yeah, same day, right after that Paladin run from last week. So, that being said, we're still in the land of Demon Hunters being completely busted and Warlocks being number 2. That may still be the case for you guys in the future, in a week from now, hoping that we might see Demon Hunter get a little bit of a nerf maybe by then, maybe a little after then. But regardless, right now, it's Demon Hunter we're looking for. Maybe a little Warlock action. Other than that, you can still do well. It's just kind of really high roll, low roll on the draft. So let's head in there and see what we will be playing today. Oof, none of those are Demon Hunter. Okay, so Paladin we just did last week. For me, I just did a Paladin run like an hour ago. Rogue and Druid are absolutely terrible right now, however. I don't think I'm going to do back-to-back Paladin, so just pick a bad class and hope you high roll it. This is not a recipe for success in the given meta right now. It sure is not. Let's give Rogue a try. Maybe we can find some, Octos? Find some Wand Thievery? Is that possible? Alright, cross your fingers. Let's hope for some good luck. You know, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know that I've played a single Rogue past 3 wins this entire meta yet, which is not a great sign coming into the draft. But we'll figure it out, right? These stats, I mean, it's clearly been played so few times that these stats are really not going to be all that reliable. I think we'll start with a 3-drop. Don't need as many 2s in Rogue, and Ogre Brood is strong. Oh, okay, well, those are good cards. Vagrant over Initiate, I believe. Sudden Betrayal's back in. Interesting. Look how terrible these are. Trog is fine. Lone Champion is reasonable in Rogue because you can just dagger on 2 and come into it on 3. Is it better than Disguised Wanderer? I think maybe. I'm a dagger on 2 kind of Rogue player. Let's give it a go. Annoyatron's fine. Deadly Poison's fine. I think we'll go with the Tron here. Damn, Backstab versus Ectoplasm? That's just rude. That's just rude. I already have a couple good 3s. I feel like I take the Backstab. It's something unique, right? Like, we're going to find good curve 3s. This is something that does something not most 3s can do. Like, this is an extremely strong 3-drop. I think we take the stab there. Wicked Stab is amazing. Oh my god. These are all amazing. What the heck? Let's split it up a little bit. We're either getting absolute trash or absolute top tier stuff. I saw this Wicked Stab and I was like, it's got to be the Wicked Stab, but look at all this. Does it still have to be the Wicked Stab? Prize Plunderer is fantastic. Stab versus Tomb Pillager. Wow. I mean, this goes face. I think I want to focus on curve first, right? Do I want to take the Pillager first? Excellent 4-drop. Am I more likely to get one of these or one of these later? Close call. So close. I think I don't want the Prize Plunder. I think I want one of these 2. Let's grab the Stab. Sure, Bone Shore Vanguard's fine. Shifty Sophomore is fun, but it probably should be the Rocket Dog. I do have the Backstab. No more Miscreant, right? So we can't combo into that. I think it's supposed to be the Og here, especially in Rogue, especially in meta where Rogue is bad. Ogs are going to be really, really important. Let's grab the Rocket Dog. Broomstick? Yep. Broom, yep. Yep. I guess Initiate, we can maybe make that work with a coin. Plated Beetle isn't trash, so that's probably the pick. See, when you find yourself saying stuff like that, what is this? When you find yourself saying stuff like that, this card isn't trash, so I guess it's the pick, you're just not going to do well this meta, right? Like, we're coming in with a couple good cards, but we got a lot of mediocrity so far, and that just doesn't work right now with all the, 80 rated Demon Hunters out there, you know? A little nervous. Even just taking a rogue right now is a little nerve-wracking. There's so much variance between the low classes and the high classes right now that if we don't high roll... Alrighty, we're at pick 12, and I'm saying if we don't high roll these matchups, we're gonna have a bad time, Bob. What is this? Savory Deviant Delight. Transfer a minion in both players' hands into a pirate or stealth minion. What a meme. Hilarious. I think we go Faceless here. I think if we go Faceless Manipulator, that could be fun. Oh, wow. Tinker's Sharpsword Oil is back in? Give your weapon +3 attack. Combo give a random friendly minion +3 attack? Huh. Is it really all that bad? I mean, you compare it to Nitro Boost, and it's a bit of a joke, I guess. Is it just Armor Vendor? Expensive Nitro Boost? I do need I would like a couple more ones, and this is a really good one. But I feel like we get this going. I got the Wicked Stab. Let's get a nice aggro rogue going. That's usually when you're using a, speaking of aggro rogue, little Cold Blood, look at that win rate. When you're using a class that is going to have a hard time winning, like Rogue is going to be having a hard time winning right now, usually getting as aggro as you can is like the way to go, so you minimize the amount of time before your opponent just inevitably plays better stuff. Let's go Cold Blood. Let's go Cold Blood. Surely I'm not so aggressive. I'm going to play a Knife Vendor here. Take the Elec? Are we getting that aggro? I need better threes. Cold Blood, Oil, Vendor? Let's go for it. Knife Vendor, get in here. Probably another Og. This could be really good with Oil, but we only have the one thing that works with it, and Ogs are great. Ooh, Wand Maker. Wand Maker's got to be the pick, right? This card's strong, but a little bit of randomness in a class that is struggling could be nice. Did I lose anything really strong with Wand Maker during the expansion? Did I gain anything really weak? I gained that new Pirate Stealth card we just saw, which is bad. I think we still go for this. I think we still go for this. That card is very cool. We have a lot of cheap battle cries. Oil Rig Ambusher is extremely strong. Oh no. This is not good. Just the taunts. Probably just the taunts. Yeah, Ascension, sure. Okay, Jungle Panther, I guess. Oh my god. Dire Mole? This deck sucks, right? Come on. Spy Mistress is good. Again, we have some good cards in here. This is just gonna get steamrolled. This is gonna get steamrolled, man. Spy Mistress? I gotta be super aggro. Super aggro. This is hot. Garb! Look at all these terrible cards. Oh my goodness. Robes, I guess? Probably robes. Take some removal, sure. Rustwarn's probably the better card than Grim Necro, but do we need another two? Not really. I guess Spell Damage, Wicked Stab? I don't know. Just take the better card. This deck really is bad. I have 1, 2, 3 drops I'm really happy playing. I think we probably go Operative here. It feels like the deck is so bad that we're going to need to do some high rolling to ever win. So we're gonna need to like steal some secrets. We're gonna have to make this a 3-mana, like 3/4, play a Mage Secret or something, get lucky. I think we gotta go Operative here. 2 more picks. I don't think anything can really save this deck. We don't have any secrets, so we take the Amalgam, and our last pick is Injured Marauder. And this deck is terrible. This deck is terrible. This deck is awful. This is the 63 rated Hearthstone deck. I believe is the second worst deck I've ever drafted. Next to the 60, we had a 62. As far as Hearthstone is concerned, we had a 62 Demon Hunter on stream a couple weeks ago. And outside of that, I've never had another 62. I've had a few 63s over the last 2.5 years. But this is just truly terrible. Maybe I should have tried Druid. This is what I mean. This is what you get with Rogue, like, all the time right now. And Demon Hunter, you're rocking like 78 Demon Hunters with busted quality. We are going to have to be extremely aggressive to ever win any games. Often there will be reasonable value trades to make that we will have to ignore because our win condition is go face and pray. Right? We're going to need them to like either make mistakes or for us to like go all face, they remove the board, and then we top deck a Wicked Stab. But this deck is just awful. Man. Again, I recorded this run on the same day as last week's. Tough day for me here. Who knows? Maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. But Universal End is a Demon, our first game a Demon Hunter. We got the Vagrant. We're not going to miss curve. If we can draw well, maybe we can win some games here. I think you always keep field contact because we're never missing curve and we need shenanigans with this deck. And field contact is shenanigans. Like, this into this into this seems strong, but it's only just, like, acceptable, right? When your opponent plays cards like Illidari Studies, for example, just playing, like, a reasonable curve is simply not good enough. Here we go. Maybe we'll faceless an Illidari Inquisitor for lethal with a dagger equipped one day. Yeah, already we're just, that's just devastating. Oh my goodness, that wasn't even the discovery, that was just drafted. All right, player overstated Brute. They can take care of it with 1 mana and coin out a whole nother 3. I'm scared. We had our worst spoilers for the last run. If you didn't watch the previous number 8. Okay, that's actually not too strong. A little bit of this. Spoilers for that one. That was our worst run to date as far as the YouTube exclusives. I'm very worried about a worse run here. I am very worried. Even a potential... Like, I know we're playing a Demon Hunter right off the bat, but this deck just feels so terrible. It looks so bad. I'm worried about that 0-3, man. I am with this one. They don't happen very often. We're going to have to just find a game where we can get super aggro. What do I do here? Right? Like, what do I even do with this crap? I just don't see anything to do. Knife Vendor Dire Mole? I mean... Pray they... I don't know. I don't... There's just nothing to do here. I risked it for the biscuit on the Knife Vendor, but I kind of already recognize we're going to need to be super aggro. I think I don't regret that pick. We just need to deal as much face damage as we can. Oil Rig can go face too, right? Yes, it can. That's interesting. So no spells coming up anytime soon, right? Oh, they do go face with the 2/2, and that's very curious. Now I mean, just punished completely. What do I faceless though? What do I faceless though? What do I do here? I have to backstab this. Do I faceless it first? Is that what you're telling me to do right now, game? I wonder. This faceless the 2/2, backstab the 2/2, and I still can't remove this? Gah. Faceless the 3/4, just play a 5-mana 3/4. I could faceless the 2/5 first and threaten some AoE. Oh man, this is a tough deck, man. Now they just play a spell and remove my board? Like, what is this deck, man? Get me out of here. Oh, man, I have half a mind to, like, pull this from being a YouTube run, you know, and just try again. But I can't do that. I said at the very beginning of this series, every single one, right? This is supposed to give you a real experience of leaderboard players, not just a back-to-back-to-back-to-back 12-win experience. And this crap does happen, so we're giving you the real the real experience here. But man, does this deck ever suck so bad. Oh my goodness. No spell, that's a good sign. And they go face instead of making a clean value trade. We top deck a Rocket Dog. Okay, okay. We're doing stuff here. Problem is I don't think I can ever trade, can I? Can I? I'm gonna dagger maybe? Maybe I just leave the 3/7 up. I don't really have that many spells, do I? Yeah, so a little bit of this. And face. And now they just cycle of hatred, and you just are like, okay, how am I ever supposed to win against a Demon Hunter, right? This is the meta. It's the meta, it's just Demon Hunters destroying everyone, and Rogues getting destroyed. Like, what is that? I don't have one of those. Yeah, I don't know. I just am worried. I don't know how this deck really wins in this meta. We're gonna have to find someone who's playing Druid or Rogue and low roll the crap out of it like we did. Oh, this is bad. These are not good. We've got Wicked Stab, Cold Blood, Tinker's Sharp Sword Oil, which we cannot, we cannot combo at the moment. Just a Vagrant. They're just gonna gain too much health with that lifesteal. Oh, from Military Studies. Okay, it's not drafted. Skull of Gul'dan. Pretty solid heal, but not the cleanest trade on the 3-4 into the 4-2, so there's that. I mean, there's just no way. Like, this wasn't even a particularly strong Demon Hunter. Despite the Skull and the Illidari and the Insatiable Fellhound. There's just nothing to do with this deck. Like, get me out of here. Get me out of here. I just need to not go 0-3. I just need to not go 0-3. Oh, yeah, that's a bit better than most of my cards. Oh, man. Like, it's just so unfair. This is not a fair match. This is not a fair match. Get me out of here. To put this in perspective, by the way, I said Demon Hunter is the best class, Rogue one of the worst. Demon Hunter's win rate is close to 60% in general, and Rogue's close to 40%. Most of the time after balances, classes are between, like, the total difference between the first and last class is like 7%, not 20. So like it's just not fair. There's just nothing I can do. My weapon. This deck, I'm so jealous. This deck is. I said it wasn't that strong of a Demon Hunter before I saw the Illidari, right? And before I saw the second one of these. And it was still good. Now it is looking pretty busted here. If only this could go face. Like, not even a remote chance. No matter what you do there, there's no way you're ever winning that game. Not a chance. Not a chance. Let's hope the 0-1 bracket's a little friendlier. The problem is like this deck's busted, but it doesn't take a busted deck to beat us. Right? It just takes like, I don't know, any deck? There's very few decks I see out there worse than the one we have. Need to get lucky. Who's up? A warrior? Okay, we got Spy Mistress into Dagger into Brute. It's pretty strong.
Shall we dance?
Seems good. Seems good. A 2 in there as well if we don't want a Dagger. Nice start. Let's see if it's enough. Lone Champion could mean I Dagger and then trade into whatever they play next. Thing is, okay, here's the thing. Normally I would never ever go face with a 3-1 stealth, and I still am not sure I should. But is our deck so bad that we need to be so aggressive that we do push this face? They didn't play the 1-mana 1/4 weapon. There's Cruel Taskmaster. Maybe I wait one turn, see what they play, and then after that start going face. Like, normally I would never consider it, but I think our deck is so terrible that we need to consider... I should have done it. Should have done it in retrospect, but... Now we get the Lone Champion out. That just might be the game. That minefield just might be the game. If I have anything removed, how do I ever compete with this terrible deck after I get some stuff removed? Come on. Come on. I need those, man. I need those to live. Oh, man. This deck is trash. It goes 0, right? Ah, man. This has to be the first 0-3 of the YouTube exclusive series. The deck is just so terrible. Come on. What is that? What am I supposed to do? Oh my goodness. I gotta keep this. You know, I keep considering it. I keep considering, watch me hit the minion by going face, easy peasy. I keep considering, like, you know, what if I just took this runaway? It's so terrible. But I think it's important. I think it's important to know that this stuff happens to every player, no matter how good you are, right? No matter how good at drafting, playing. Sometimes you just get an absolute shit deck in a meta where the power level is insane and there's just nothing you can do, right? What do I have? 7 top 10s, currently number 6 NA. Doesn't matter who I play. Does not matter who I play. I am getting destroyed because this deck is garbage. Like, the draft was just so bad. Okay. Maybe, I mean, we just have to find another rogue at 0-2. Went through the same thing we did, right? Oh, very strong turn here. Who else? Who is in pain? Who's watching is in pain right now? Maybe in the comments just say something like, "I'm in great pain," or cool. Okay, let's just get out of here, man. This could be a record for the shortest YouTube exclusive video in history. Look, I can clear their 5/4 for 5 mana. I can clear the whole board here, guys. I have to value trade, right? I have to value trade. There's no way. I have to value trade and hope to keep my 1/1 alive? You know, is that the idea? We're saving a 1/1 this way? Have to save as many stats as I can get? Cursed Vagrant, can you still win me the game? I doubt it. Damn, it didn't pay off. The worse your deck is, the riskier you have to be. That was a risk, but you know, how do I do anything? How do I do anything if I don't keep as many stats as I can on the board? So bad. Baby. Oh, mama. As far as 0-3s go, I think this is the first time we've been looking at an 0-2 in the series, which is always exciting, right? We always love a nice police occurrence here. As far as 0-3s go, to put it into perspective, I play hundreds of runs every month. No, not month. About 100 runs a month, maybe? About, sometimes 70, sometimes 100-ish. And in the last 6 months, I have 2 0-3s. One came about a month ago from this video release, and the other came like like at the very beginning, 6 months ago. So 6-month interval between my last 2 zeros, which means that every few hundred runs we find a 0. So they're extremely rare. But this deck, again, out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands of runs, is probably in my top 10 worst decks I've ever drafted. And I say that with a little bit of an asterisk because you compare it to the meta you're in. You take this deck 4 years ago, you know, it probably does just fine. It maybe even like, well, I mean, just having a broom or a field contact might just be OP back then. But as far as like comparing my deck to the meta, this is easily in the top 10 worst decks I've ever drafted. Is it gonna go 0? Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, the excitement. The excitement. Here we go. Just look at how terrible the card quality is. Look at how horrible the card quality is. Okay. What am I looking for? Spy Mistress? Like, what am I? Dire Mole? I don't know. What am I looking for here?
And I think most people are creative.
Honestly, am I looking for Vagrant? Because that's like one of our only win cons?
Or they have a song in them, or they have a TV show idea.
Is this good enough to keep? I guess.
You can sit around and talk about that all you want. But until it is actually...
I just don't see how this deck wins a game.
It doesn't count.
Cthulhu Mage? I just don't see how this deck can possibly win. Primordial Studies is a fantastic card. I have to tempo this. I have to tempo everything I can and try to go face with it. See if they hero power here. Drop the Beetle into the Jungle Panther. You see how these cards are just not good enough in Forge the Barons meta, right? I can't just be playing a 2-mana 2/3 into a 3-mana 4/2 and being like, that ought to be good enough. Okay, it's not a Solarian. I gotta say though, the 2 first cards we see are Primordial Studies and Wandmaker, which is a little bit scary.
And no one knows that those songs existed.
Do I just dagger to keep this alive?
And then put it out into the world.
I honestly probably just do this, and if I'm gonna do that, I'd push this face. I need to go face there if they combustion. I'm not beating my deck doesn't beat a combustion ever, so I can't really afford to play around it.
Grow as any sort of creative person.
Hey, Senjin. Hey, I got one of those too. 0-2 club over here with the Senjins. Love it. Okay. Getting close to some big damage here. Unfortunately, I don't freaking have a turn. What are we doing here? How do I miss curve? I have like nothing. I have 3 cards over 4 mana, dude. Come on. With a deck this bad, I can't be missing curve this atrociously. This is just textbook 0-3 stuff all run here. Okay.
That cliche of art is not finished, it's abandoned. Yes, it can always be better. But you have to finish it now because
Good. Good. That's good.
your art, you're not the guy doing it.
Good stuff. That'll win me the game.
Better by doing it, finishing it, learning from that process, then moving on to the next thing.
Hogs on the loose.
Card's pretty good. Card's pretty good. Then Mrs. Curve. That's something. Okay, just play this. Force the trade. Re-dagger. Get ready to come into... I mean, you can coin Vanguard, or you do have Broom with the combos. But they're at 28 health, and we're just not going to be able to push that much damage. They can't have any good cards here. Take it easy. Hero Power Pass.
Can't write music well.
Okay.
So the first
Oh, we could actually win. We could actually win. Wow, that's huge. That is a huge pickup. Okay, so what's the way we do this? I think the way we do this...
is when it's in your head and you're
Whew.
thinking about it.
We could actually win. We got our good card.
How to basically see it.
Don't think it's going to be this guy. We're coining out a 7. What we're probably doing is taking 3. Coining out the Vanguard to block this. You can't target them with Mauve Cthulhu or anything. And then we come into the Vagrant into a Broom play after. Huge draw. Oof. But they just keep playing strong cards. To be fair, Shieldmaster's not that great. Yeti, everything else is very strong. Yeti is acceptable to very strong. Shieldmaster's not that good. Everything else has just been really, really strong. Because how do I deal with that? A Broom play? Broom play. Say goodbye to this and go for a Cold Blood turn.
And a lot of that doesn't come down to what plugins you have.
What I could do is I could trade this, then play the Broom, then play... Could even Cold Blood the Broom first.
What's in your head?
So what I would do is this.
And those two things
Kill this off.
what make the best video game music in my opinion. Because I'm not really talking about video.
Then I'm playing the Wand Maker Re-Dagger, right? So maybe I should have just played this first. No, but I can't play that until... Yeah, because I'm just going to Cold Blood this, right? Unless I want to play this instead. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do, right? Hits?
You have
But then the Broom doesn't work.
to take
I better do this.
and in your heart and say something meaningful.
Ah,
And
I can't be missing that. I can't be missing that. That 0-2, man. No. Is this going to make the difference? I doubt it, but...
I think that's more something you learn
There was no cleaner oil play unless I hit a 50-50. Should I have gone for the 50-50?
and over and over.
Let's keep track of that one. I think it's all going to come down to the Vagrant regardless of this. Still an unfortunate one. Like, this deck is just so tough to play, guys. It really is. It's so bad. Okay. Okay, well, Vagrant was never going to be enough to beat a Dr. Boom. Dr. Boom Cthulhu at 0-2. Wow. Alrighty. Alrighty. I need to get this down. And I need to get lucky. I need to get this down. And I think I do it first. Because I just need anything but face. Okay, it only deals 1 at least. And then this goes face. And this doesn't because we're going to play Oil next. I don't think you beat a Dr. Boom. Not with this deck. Dr. Boom is, by the way, the second best legendary next to Ysera right now. Low sample size for stats because the meta just started. But still very, very strong. 0-2 Dr. Boom Cthulhu. My god. Spore. I mean, that's a pretty solid looking deck here. Okay. Goes face for 4. Fireball for exact. No way, dude. Ring toss. Okay. It doesn't matter. I mean, this is it. This is it. It happened. I didn't think it would happen for a little bit of time yet. You know, zeros are extremely, extremely rare. Again, it's a 1 in 500 roughly of my runs go 0. But you guys are getting a treat. You guys are getting a treat today. So this trade has to happen. Test for mirror. Oh, well, there was no way I was avoiding that. Because I have to play these. That's pretty good. Come on. Come on, dude. Now I have to do this? Trade here first, see what the spare part is. Could be emergency coolant. It's not emergency coolant. That's not emergency coolant. Help. Help me. I can get my, what I got, Ascension. That'll help. We win. Look at us and all our taunts here. There, I'm sure that'll do it. Wow, what a terrible, terrible, terrible run. It feels good. It feels good to get destroyed a couple times, you know, today. Again, last week's and this week's were the same video for me. Oh my good, how are you at 0-2, bro? What is that? I mean, our deck sucks, and I was thinking it might be 0-3 anyway. I've said that a couple times this run. What is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Typical. Typical 0-2. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Alrighty. Well, there you have it, folks. Even the best goes 0-3 sometimes. It happens on occasion. Rarely. It does. But I didn't really see a way for this deck to win, and it's especially not going to win against that. Tough one. Really hoping you saw that, you know, the run last week, the run this week. It's pretty actually typical of the meta. It's if you don't find one of the better classes, or if you don't high roll the draft, you're just going to get steamrolled by people who did. I said this last week, as in earlier today for me, and I'll say it again. Most of my runs have either been like 3 or 4, or they've been 10 to 12, because you either find the busted stuff or you don't, and this was just atrocious. Alrighty, guys, that was a tough one, but I'm glad that you guys watching can share in the pain with me. Only so much you can do with a draft such as that. Again, I know we played a pretty insane deck there at 0-2, but even just playing an okay or bad deck, odds may not be in our favor. So it is what it is. We had to rip the band-aid off. You know, we had to get this 0-3 out of the way eventually, whether it was episode 9 or episode, you know, 200. It was gonna happen. It happens a little early. Let's hope for a little bit, a lot of better luck next week. Perhaps by then there will be some adjustments to make the drafting a little more consistent. You know, if you're at home and you're like, hey, you know, makes me feel less bad about my 0-3 watching that. Super! Glad I could help. My wife will be happy because the less wins I go, the more time I get to spend with her while she's actually in town. So, you know, win-win. I throw for wife, I think, right? All right, guys, hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe buttons. Helps me out a great deal. We'll see you guys next time. Take care. My name is Judd.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is.
Whose name is Judge?
My name is
That's a silly name.
Judge.
Okay, that's enough.